start off by updating you on the three drive formations that I talked about on Monday. And we did have one that we had two that got triggered. So I said, let the dollar, all three of them, make a new high and then go with the first 4 hour red candle. That was this. So the close of that candle was 104.31. Stops are a 0.5% above this high at uh, you know, above 105. So in case they try and make another probe, we do have NFP coming. So I want to give it a little tolerance in case they just, try and pick off the stops. I know most people are putting their stops here. If you notice, I give my trades room to breathe. Okay, so that one is elected. We have our stops. We're holding this 104 level. So under that, you take it under 380, which opens the door. The other one that was elected was the other three drive candidate was a 10-year. Okay, the 1, 2, 3, the divergence. I said this had the weakest RSI structure. Here was your candle. If you used a shorter term TF, you might have gotten in a little earlier, but this, leaves you looking for lower rates from 425. So actually a lead on that. And in fact, yesterday when I was on with Mike, someone it was Yeti that was asking about TLT, and we were down here, and I said, wait for a reversal candle. So this was it. Okay, the same reversal I showed on the 10-year. So you almost have a whole point lead getting long at 92 on the TLTs. And this is a nice recovery. Maybe we end up with a reversal week to the upside. Of course, all of that's going to hang on the data. The ADP was pretty strong, yet look at what the bonds are doing. So here's your daily. Um, you know, here's your weekly. What do we need for a reversal close? 2 week reversal, I think, really would need a big move. But we're getting a reversal week, okay? You see it? Here's your 2 week reversal. So if after the NFP and by the close of Friday's trading, we're at 93.87 or higher, plus this could end up being a nice little reversal week by taking out last week's lows. I'd like to see it take out last week's highs, which is 93.09, and then close blue. That would be a good sign. So two of them elected, and let go the yen. It was the only one that wasn't elected. Doesn't mean that it can't be. All right. Here's the weekly. It's trying to turn lower on the week. Under 152, it's going to look ugly, but as you can tell, yesterday we weren't able to take out the high of the move here. Okay, this high was 88, and the high here we had was 81. So it never turned into a third drive. It still could. We do have the BOJ as well as NFP, so I'll be watching it up here. These levels, I'll be watching for a third drive. If not, there's nothing wrong with getting short on confirmation, or if you're like me, have some feelers out there, just so you're there. But back under 152, look at the confluence we have between the throwover line and the 50-day on the 4 hour. That's going to open the door to 147, which is just, a correction from the 140 low. So that too is something that, I'm still monitoring and looking for that. I got a message on one of my videos that, silver was going to make a new high and, the dollar was going to come off and it was going to drive silver to new high. We're also getting a reversal in gold. I'd be very careful with gold and the precious metals here. I'm talking, $28 down the road in silver, 28. I know a lot of people are going to be a buyer at 2.5 to 2. So just like 30 was important here, 32 will be important here. So 32 and 35 gives you 29 if we take out this moving average. Um, I did want to talk a little bit about Aussie. It's acting pretty good. It's stiff. I'm trying it here with about a 60, 70 pip stop, looking for if we could get going, maybe even 67 and a half. And I did get a request. Someone reached out to me. It was Brian Courtney reached out to me because he wanted my opinion on palladium. So WD Gann would say if you believe you're in a bull market, Brian, you would buy a 50% pullback in palladium. And I hope you waited and saw my videos to be patient about buying metals. So halfway back in palladium's 1029. So that's only another, oh, that's 100, still $100 from there. And then maybe 61.8. These would be the two levels. If I was bullish and trading palladium, I'd be looking for scale in entries. So you guys, you can ask me questions under the video and I'll get to them on the next stream that I do. And also, this three drive, I'm trying to teach as many people as possible and give them at least one technique that if they're patient enough to wait for these, they can do okay. So feel free to share them with your trader friends or post them on social media. It's fine. Uh, the more the better. It's something I have to teach that, I'm not charging anyone to have this tool. The old expression, it's better to teach someone how to fish than give him a fish. So here's one of your hooks, the three drive formation that you could put with your gear every time and just be patient, wait for these setups. They don't all work. And sometimes, like in the S&Ps, a three drive could turn into 300 drives to a top, right? So, there are other contingencies, but discipline, the form is important. The RSI readings are important. And if you've learned this, over the course of time of watching me, let me know and let me know how it's working out for you. So we have some big numbers coming up with the NFP, the election. That's part of the scenario. Um, but a couple of these positions look okay. We are starting to get a little bit of risk off here in the S&Ps. They're actually, well, now NASDAQ's playing catch up after shaking all the people out. Look at NASDAQ. It was a three drive, wasn't it? See, if you're patient, look at this. One, confirmed. Two, diverged, but not by much. Okay. And it's still over what number? 70, right? Here's the highs that we made this week. Check this out. High reading 64. Maybe we get the 2 week reversal and, some people just evening up in front of the election, de-risking in front of the election, maybe unwinding and taking profits on the Trump trade, which was, bullish the market, bearish bonds because of deficit spending, bullish Bitcoin. Um, so, there may be some profit taking. They made money. Why not book it and take it while it's there? Because you know what? It's never a profit till you take it. It's on paper. And, you're always going to leave chips on the table. We just want to take a piece of the move out, and be happy with that instead of saying, well, if I would have stayed longer, you know what? Next. And I'll use that as a segue for next. Mike will be up, and next I'll see you tomorrow with Mike and wrap up the week Friday. And let's see how these three drives turn out. As I said, you have a question, just leave it right there underneath the video. I post these on LinkedIn And for those of you that have been looking, my Twitter or X account was hacked this weekend, and it should be back up in a couple of days. Someone trying to take over Forex Stop Hunter. Well, you know what? If you remember my icon, they're not going to take it over without a fight. Okay? So just like Rocky, you've got stopped out this week. You have to get back off the mat. And if you need time to just decompress, that's fine. But you know, you can't get into the ring without getting hit. All right. So your best defense are your stop loss orders. In fact, it's your only defense. So that's a wrap. I'll see you in the room. I posted a few things there today, and good hunting. Mike and I will be on tomorrow. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Hope you're learning a few things, that you're able to repeat it on your own so you're not dependent upon anybody. Adios.